Oh, propaganda politics. Either way.
Probably commentary.
It's not a good weight to them. They just feel good to play with.
They do. Oh, dude, and the dimes look funny, though. They're not the Roosevelt ones.
Roosevelt?
Yeah, the regular ones that we have, like, nowadays. It's got a chick on it.
Who is it? Is she cute?
She's supposed to be, like... Well, I guess Hermes is a dude, huh?
Hermes?
Yeah, the Greek god.
Oh, really? Hermes is on him?
Yep.
That's not a chick.
Yeah, it looks like a chick, though. I'll show
Oh,
you.
does it?
Yeah.
He a pretty boy, isn't he?
I guess.
What's this dude's name?
Hermes.
Oh, no. What's this dude's name?
Oh, Niccolò Machiavelli.
The Prince.
Correct.
What year was this written?
Old.
It's pretty old.
And then that's old dude.
Hermes has quite the hairstyle, bro. Cool ears, man. Ear helmet. Fly high, guy. Aw, bro.
It's popping.
Read that word, man. I'm gonna get to that one day.
Niggardliness.
Aw. You just demonetized my video. Aw, man. Aw, man. Aw, man.
Take two.
I'm so dead, yeah. Cut the film. Cut the film.
Cut.
Introduction. 50 years ago, if the average American reader or the student in the American college picked up Machiavelli Prince at all, he did so out of sheer curiosity. For him, it was an outmoded book. The very title was against it. The age of kings and princes were passing. He knew that the treatise. He knew that the treatise had been written in the period which the most widely read of the English historians of the Renaissance, J.A. Symonds, called the Age of the Despots, and Machiavelli himself, in quite general exception, bore so unsavory a reputation that the word Machiavellian had become embedded in our language as synonymous with Mephistophelian. You got anything to say about that?
Let me read it.
Mephistophelian. I don't know. I think it's referring to another dude, but I don't know the dude.
Let me see real quick.
Yeah. You tap in on that book. It's like 3/4 down.
Mephistophelian.
Mephistophelian.
That's the best way that I can pronounce
That's
it.
what I'm feeling. That's what I'm Mephistopheling.
If you read until I get these dimes out, I'll pop up there.
Bro, if you get those dimes
I
out,
love reading.
you should ASMR sound them into your hands, like so they clink, 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 clink.
I can do that.
Yeah. Back on page. On the strength of the famous essay of Machiavelli, the notion had become fairly widespread that the devil himself had become familiarly known as the Old Nick, only because Niccolò, or had been Machiavelli's first name. Dude, the devil? Whoa.
Yeah, nobody liked it.
Well, looks pretty cool. Why in many quarters the reputation of Machiavelli and his prince went into eclipse. Must be explained later. What the fuck?
What?
I don't even fucking know this book, dude. But it is safe to say that in America, as elsewhere, no book has undergone so favorable a reversal of fortune. Dude, this sounds like a fucking TV show. Newer interpretations of history. Sounds like I'm trying to sell these dimes. Why these silver coins? The emergence in the 20th century of new types of states and the clash between them may help to explain why the prince has again become required reading for us all. Probably no single brief book, certainly no other book of that time, will put the 20th century reader so immediately in touch with some of the central problems of our day. These central problems have to do with what is or what should be the relation of the citizen to the state, and what is or what should be the relation of the states to one as another. And what are the sources of and the limits, if any, to the power of the state. In addition to its brevity, there are stylistic quantities in The Prince that make it easy, if not delightful reading. Delightful, Carter. Absolutely delightful.
Just delightful.
Sweet. So sure.
Dude, so much silver.
Can you do a bit of a clink?
I'll do a clink.
Just do the clink onto the book.
Now we got a base.
Facts. That's currency, boys.
Now dump it. Did you know you're supposed to invest 30% of your retirement plan into gold and silver?
Dude, maybe like 40 years ago.
Oh no, that's like modern information.
Dude, we don't
Found
even,
that out through True Green.
We
Actually.
don't even use those anymore.
Retirement plans?
No, not retirement plans. Gold and silver. Those
Well,
are
no,
part of
but
our
like the
economy.
stock value of it, like that's still same thing with
Dude.
platinum, rhodium.
If you invest that much in it, I don't know.
We don't have the
I
gold
can't say
silver
much.
standard for currency, but yeah, we had to watch a whole fucking video. Well, you'll have to too. Yeah, on your retirement plan, where they tell you, dude, it's
Dude, don't I feel like a grandpa enough? And now I have to have some people preach
yeah,
to me about
and now
a
you have
retirement
that
plan.
knowledge too. It's a disgusting thing. But yeah, no, totally sell the shit out of these.
I don't want a 401k.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want a million 1k. Like,
So I'm not gonna get a retirement plan, dude, because like I'm not gonna retire.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, the grind don't stop,
The
baby.
grind does not stop, not even for a second.
Vacation, passive income.
Never heard of them.
Back to the book.
Back to
Oh man, I'm on page VIII.
I don't know Roman
This
numerals.
page has just started. You don't know Roman numerals?
No, I do not.
And that is 8. V is 5. I's are 1. X's are 10s. C's are 100. M's are a million. Or L's are, I think L's are 1,000 or some shit. I don't even know. But yeah, those are some of the basics.
V is 5. I think I knew that.
I think you did too. Because V does not look more like X, because X looks like more than V, because the X is W. I'm just capping. That's a W in Spanish. But you totally believed it.
I honestly just don't know. And when I don't know something, I forget it
I know.
immediately.
Well, when like people say shit, you just believe it sometimes. You know how that shit goes.
Oh yeah, that's human psychology.
Well, like, I was like, you believed it because like a V is like a V, and then like an X is 2 V's. So like you put it together in your own head, and you know double means 2.
And plus, Spanish is like really similar to English in most ways.
well, it's more similar to Latin, and that's where
True.
It's a Latin numerals, but
that's where it comes on.
That's where all this stuff came from in our little social workings. What the fuck is this? Man, reading sure is tough right now.
Honestly,
I'm gonna hit my vape, bro.
Oh yeah, get that nicotine in. I guess I have a Kindle Fire. Didn't even realize that. Book on sales.
Enjoy gang. Gang. Carver, can you give me an enjoy gang? Do it. Fucking get a big cloud and like let it out slowly over the camera.
Nice.
So nice. Aesthetically pleasing. Let that come down like the rain. Let that come down like that's justice. My ability to focus is lackluster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If not delightful reading. Unlike that later diplomat, Talleyrand, Machiavelli never used words to conceal his thought. His meaning is never ambiguous. His conclusions may occasionally be unwelcome, but they are always as downright as a box on the ear. And it is safe to predict that for the modern reader, he will set some of the problems of citizenship, statecraft, and political power into new and sharper focus. We're cleaning windows over here.
Put stuff in a box so I don't step on shit.
Wow. You're putting the stuff in a box? You gonna put that box to the ear? We shall also see later that Machiavelli, too, could have said that it was a condition and not a theory that confronted him. His book, therefore, is not an abstract treatise. How do you say that word?
Treatise?
Treatise. Abstract treatise. Learning things hurts sometimes. It is a concise manual, a handbook for those who would acquire or increase their political power. As such, it has a history of study and use by a long line of kings and ministers as diverse in aims and character as Reclus, Christina of Sweden, Frederick of Prussia, Bismarck, and Clement. Oh, these sound like very fancy people. I have my book on my shelf, yes. Look at my books. Yeah. Oh, are you really setting those pictures right there, Carver? Is that
Classy.
really a second shelf item?
Yeah.
You found this during an asbestos job in an event.
In a hotel.
In a hotel.
Yep.
And we need the nude photos on the second shelf up.
What, you talking about third?
Yeah, put them on the third. Put them behind the camera. To tease the audience. They'll never even see it. Don't
It's a
show
distraction.
It. Can't even show. Don't
Distraction
dare show it
from
on my camera. I swear to God, I'll have to actually edit my video and just whip it across. They'll never see it. They'll fucking freeze frame it in my low ass quality video.
I'll put it on the top because I'm gonna use the top for decoration.
Dude, at least then most people probably won't see it. Nobody looks on the top though. Unless
No,
there's like
that's-
family pictures there. And
That's not gonna happen.
that's not gonna happen. This is a trap house, not mama's. What you mean?
Plus, I want people looking up here.
Exactly. It has to be appealing to the modern eye.
Well, I was just thinking distracting.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Why look at books when there's literally porn up there?
Literally.
Like, what do people like more than porn?
Not my secrets.
Exactly.
In these cases, they all possessed recognized credentials to power. In the 20th century, this circle has been widely extended by those in revolt against the older forms of the state. In his student days, Mussolini selected it as the subject of a thesis for his doctorate. It was Hitler's bedside reading, and we need it not to be taken aback when his excellent introduction to The Prince and the Discourses, Max Lerner tells him that Lenin and Stalin as well have gone to school to Machiavelli. It's almost as if that leadership has very refined qualities that you just have to learn. It is of course true that a good book, like a sound scientific discovery, may be put to humanly undesirable uses without vitiating its central truth, even if disassociate investigation should be disclosed that holders of political power in democracies like our own in this period of instability are far more frequently using methods once condemned as Machiavellian. Oh, there's a whole bunch of brain cells right now.
Oh yeah, I'm about to pick up where you're leaving off.
Are you about to start reading, bud?
See.
Hell yeah.
I love reading out loud.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, I need a break. Classroom.
Hey, where are you?
Let me see that shit. Vitiating its central truth. Start it even.
And then are you going to edit this in any way?
Nah, bro.
Oh.
Well, I know. Dude, I just fucking like, oh, yeah, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I just hit the pen.
I was about to say, I don't want to...
Dude, I don't even care, bro. I'm from California, guys, I swear. It's legal, bro. It doesn't even
I just didn't know if you wanted to promote that in an educational video.
Dude, is it educational? I just put it as entertainment, usually.
Let us begin. Even if dispassionate investigation should disclose that holders of political power in democracies like our own in this period of instability are more frequently using methods once condemned as Machiavellian, it would prove little. We are here concerned primarily with one of the major tensions in our culture. No one in our time can fail to note the rise of power of new political leaders like Lenin, Stalin, Mussolini, and Hitler, who at times openly proclaim and at others do not conceal that they believe salvation can only come through the greatly increased power of the national state. So like, militarized cops.
Dude, you gotta control
And
everything,
gulags.
right? If you can't control nothing, you gotta control everything.
Welcome to the gulag.
Welcome to the gulag, motherfucker. Where you control nothing.
Yep.
We own you, bud.
Here's a potato, bitch.
Yeah, eat that for the next week.
On the other hand, no one can fail to note in many quarters an earnest effort to create what Wendell Willkie called one world. The United Nations is more determined to attempt to create a superstate, which to succeed must have at least some power in the interest of peace and human welfare. So they have to pretend to like people. And fuck the UN, honestly. You know they have
It's all
like...
a bunch of clowns.
Did you know their funding got fucking dropped hella? Like,
Drop Tella?
yeah, like within this month.
What's drop teller?
Like, just fucking drop. They have no funding from the United States.
What's
anymore.
teller?
Hella.
Hella?
Like, extremely dropped.
Oh, they're just getting cut?
Yeah.
Oh, whack.
Very.
Wait, the U.S. is?
The UN.
Oh.
United Nations.
Really? They're disbanding that?
Well, they're not disbanding it. They just lost, like, a lot of funding from the United States, which funded most of it.
Dude, I love America just trying to piggyback all of us into this happy little free, united, democratic world. Like, it's kind of a joke,
Be
though.
free or die.
Be free or die. Like, be free or...
Also, do whatever this
leave.
oil company says.
Go to somewhere where there is a democracy.
Right.
But please, continue.
Alrighty. So, the United Nations is more determined to attempt to create a super state, which, to succeed, must have at least some power in the interest of peace and human welfare. This is still a major tension of our time. In the last 50 years, Machiavelli has repeatedly been hailed as the founder of modern political science. Historians as distinguished as Rank and Meineke.
Maybe.
In Germany and Lord Acton in England find in Machiavelli one of the founders of modern historical analysis. A reconsideration of Machiavelli and the steadily increasing favor with which the prince is being regarded may therefore throw some light on the origin, if not the solution, of our major political problems. If the world followed this handbook, everything would be cool.
I don't know about that handbook.
This is like the best
I
politics.
feel like if they gave an abridged version, though, like if you just cut certain parts, yeah, it
Well-
could be a handbook. Like a leaflet, and you just lived by, like, I don't know. Like, say if it was like the size of the Constitution and you just lived by that.
Well, like, check it out. This is
What's
still
up?
introduction. I'm thinking about cutting that short.
Yeah,
so
I
can
know.
get to
Do you
this-
just want to get to the story, dude?
This intro is too long.
It is
What the
quite
viewer
the
needs to
intro.
know is that whoever wrote this, Christian
Really likes
Goss,
this book. He really, really likes this
Christian
book.
Goss is a very big fan of Niccolò Machiavelli.
And,
Even more so than I.
Yeah, like he really
I've
took
never
the
wrote
intro
that.
away and he nailed it. But I think
Intro,
chapter 1, Carver.
Niccolò Machiavelli, the opinion, Lorenzo the Magnificent, son of Pierre de' Medici. So that's the people who created central banking, the Medicis in Italy. That's who. So
So-
like the ones that started up banks. in
Not the
Florence.
Rothschilds?
No, this was even before them.
Oh, okay. So this was like Roman time?
This was Renaissance Italy.
Oh,
This took place in Florence.
that sounds lovely.
It is. They had some great stuff back then.
Oh,
So, Niccolò Machiavelli's
the
opinion
times change
on this guy.
Oh.
So, it is customary for those who wish to gain the favor of a prince to endeavor to do so by offering him gifts of those things which they hold most precious.
Imagine wearing silk clothing and making books for people in cotton.
Nah, super loose fitting actually, like velour.
Yeah, that would be optimal.
Oh yeah, baggy as hell.
How
Like
much
it's
loose
like,
is left? Let's check that.
dude. Do you want to go get more?
I'm
I've
thinking about
been
it.
vibe checking your.
You
shit,
vibe checked
bro.
the shit out of
I
that
vibe
ball,
checked the
bitch.
shit out of your
God
shit.
damn.
I know, bro. I've been feeling hella hard.
You're feeding, we should have larges, bro.
Bro, I swear to God, can I get? I'm gonna cop another burger. You want another burger? Oh wait, never mind. You still got one laying there.
I got some Marie.
Actually, this bitch cold. We need to get a microwave soon.
But you know what we
Fund
have?
my GoFundMe that I don't have.
Help us get a microwave for our fast food.
get a microwave.
Please.
Can we get 10 likes?
10 likes for a microwave.
10 likes for a microwave.
I'm calling out Kenmore Appliances. If we get 10 likes on this video, send us a fucking microwave. Alright, I'm gonna rip this perfectly legal bowl.
It's tobacco, dude.
Alright.
Dude, anything that says tobacco use only might as well have a fucking winky face right beside it.
I mean, that's what the asterisk is. It's just a legal winky face.
There's always a loophole.
Asterisk. AKA winky face. So, this chapter is pretty much just about kissing ass. To get where you need to go, and I'll explain why. I remember this. Alright, so by offering gifts of those things which they hold most precious, or in which they know him to take a special delight. In this way, princes are often presented with horses, arms, cloths of gold, gems, and such like ornaments worthy of their grandeur. In my desire, however, to offer to your highness some humble testimony of my devotion. I have been unable to find among my possessions anything which I hold so dear or esteem so highly as that knowledge of the deeds of great men, which I have acquired through a long experience of modern events and a constant study of the past. With the utmost diligence, I have long pondered and scrutinized the actions of the great, and now I offer the results to your highness within the compass of a small volume. And although I deem this work unworthy of your highness's acceptance, yet my confidence in your humanity assures me that you will receive it with favor, knowing that it is not in my power to offer you a greater gift than that of enabling you to understand in a very short time all those things which I have learnt at the cost of privatization and danger in the course of many years. I have not sought to adorn my work with long phrases or high-sounding words, or any of those superficial attractions and ornaments with which many desires seek to embellish their material, as I desire no honor for my work, but such as the novelty and gravity of its subject may justly deserve. Alright, so pretty much that was just like, I don't have gifts, but check it out. Let me put you on game.
Follow my meme page.
I mean, essentially, yeah.
He just shouted himself out.
He just shouts himself out for good content.
Facts.
And that
That's
is
what it's all
how
about.
he makes
Good
friends.
daily content.
I mean, that makes sense, dude. It's Machiavellian to own a meme page and then gain connections through it.
Dude.
That's what this chapter is about. This chapter is about getting a meme page.
Meme philosophers.
Meme philosophy.
Ask the squid.
It's Machiavellian.
Ask Cthulhu, bro. What's the deal? Cthulhu, what's the deal, bro?
Bruh.
Why you not woke, bro? Cthulhu woke. Wake the fuck up, bro.
Pretty sure you gotta do some kind of ritual for that.
No, you don't.
You
He'll be back, don't you worry.
Yeah, wake the
He
fuck
just tapped
up.
out right now.
Alright.
He goes and like
He hit the
rampages
pin,
the universe,
dude.
and then it'll just come in night night. See, he leaves and goes and terrorizes the world. We don't even know. He just flies past all the satellites. We don't even see him.
Space time. So,
Think about it, Cthulhu's not even that big. Like, if he's
On
just that
South
big compared
Park.
to Earth, but like, if he left Earth, he's not even that big.
unless he lands on a smaller planet.
I don't know. Cthulhu has like underlings, so like I guess he's as big as he could want to be. I bet he's like an infinite being, and he just like lives at whatever size he wants to.
You know, I've never read the Lovecraft books.
Oh really? Well, I should shut up about Lovecraft. That's a whole different thing that I totally want to read about. But
for another
let's just keep jumping around
For
this
another
shit.
episode.
This is just political banter to me.
Oh yeah, this is good stuff.
Oh, it's some juicy content, but oh my goodness, they sugarcoated a lot. So much rougher than this.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh no, dude. There's so much more. It's just like tiny chapters that are just a page or two long. And
We
then
got
it
a
gives
long
you
way to go.
advice. Yeah. Alright, so which many writers seek to embellish with their material with, as I desire no honor for my work, just such as novelty and gravity of its subject may justly deserve. Alright, nor will it, I trust, be deemed presumptuous on the part of man of humble and obscure condition to attempt to discuss and direct the government of princes. For in the same way that landscape painters station themselves in the valleys in order to draw mountains or high ground, and ascend into eminence in order to get a good view of the plains, so it is necessary to be a prince to know thoroughly the nature of the people, and one of the populace to know the nature of princes. May I trust, therefore, that your highness will accept this little gift in the spirit in which it is offered, and if your highness will design to peruse it, you will recognize it in my adherent desire that you may attain to that grandeur which fortune in your own merits And should your highness gaze down from the summit of your lofty positions towards this humble spot, you will recognize the great and unmerited sufferings inflicted on me by a cruel fate. Oh, that last part got a little twisted.
Yeah, they really tried to turn that around. I was having some deep thoughts after thinking about that. It was really it was twisted.
Well, this is just a translation from what Machiavelli wrote.
I know. He had an elaborate mind.
Dude, he really did. He compared politics to art.
Yeah, dude.
And I don't know how often that happens, but I feel like that's just a good example.
Dude, conversation, it is a craft.
Truly.
Like,
True.
if you're in politics, like, every word you say
Must be, like,
it's
well
it's
thought
big
out.
matter, bro. Like, any quote, it goes down, man. Words.
So
Words.
And just like that, we are on to a new chapter. The
Wow.
various kinds of government and the ways by which they are established. All states and dominions which hold or have held sway over mankind are either republics or monarchies. Monarchies are either hereditary, in which the rulers have been for many years of the same family, or else they are of recent foundation. The newly founded ones are either entirely new, as was Milan to Francesco Sforza.
I'm more down for Dominion, but keep going.
I'm not quite sure what a dominion is, but
It's like they have hostile forces, but it's usually like for the good of their people. Usually.
so it's like a startup.
I don't know. It's usually based on a family.
I used to
Like
run off
it's
of-
kind of like a monarchy sometimes, but I don't know. Depends on how you run it. Dominion's a pretty loose term. Keep going.
Alrighty. Or else they are as if it were new members grafted onto the hereditary possessions of the prince that annexes them, as is the kingdom of Naples to the king of Spain. The dominions thus acquired have either been previously accustomed to the rule of any other prince, or else have been free states and they are annexed either by force of arms or the prince himself, or of others, or else fall to him by good fortune or special ability. Of hereditary monarchies. I will not here speak of republics. Having already treated them fully in another place, I will deal only with monarchies, and will discuss how the various kinds described above can be governed and maintained in the first place.
I don't even want to talk about monarchies, to be honest.
Oh, well, I have a note on this.
Monarchies are just sad. Usually, like the stories, they're usually never good.
Well, if you think about it, in organized crime, dude, the Italian mafia,
Dude, I was thinking about like the
that's
Paris.
kind of a monarchy.
I was thinking about like the Paris princesses and everything. Like they were all like primped up and everything was special and like everything is beautiful. Though, like
Great Britain.
yeah, like all that shit. Like their clothing and their
Fancy,
buildings
fancy.
and their gardens and their soldiers.
Dude,
and
how can the Queen of England make a video about like feeding the poor and like helping with poverty, while in the background there's literally a gold-plated piano?
Really?
Yeah, and she's wearing that dumb fucking crown.
That shit, it doesn't even matter.
That's true.
Dude, like, it's just fucking material.
Stolen.
Man, it's gold plated, so like,
Well,
what's the deal? It would
but
sound like shit if it was made out of gold, probably.
That's true. Yeah, no, dude. In the Vatican, not a fan of them either.
Dude, have you seen the picture of the fucking Pope signing the fucking Ferrari?
Pope signed a Ferrari.
Yeah. It's
That
pretty
ain't very
pimpin'.
popely.
It's pretty pimpin' though.
I don't know. I don't like the Vatican, but like,
I think the Vatican's it's a cool idea. Like in concept, I'm glad it exists. Like it's symbolically, it means a lot that something like that still exists in today's kind
but
of
they hide
era.
so much stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal behind it, because Christianity's the biggest religion in the world.
Why not share the information?
Because information is dangerous. But knowledge is power. So power is dangerous.
You got me there.
Oh, but